happening, everybody? Boy Big Brando, and today let's talk about finding customers for your custom business. Now there's a handful of different people that watch me. There's people that want to start their own clothing brand, run their own clothing lines, and then there's people that have a Cricut or a Cameo and a heat press and they do nothing but custom work. A lot of times the information found on my channel is geared towards the guys running clothing brands because that's what I do. I run my own clothing brand and I show how I operate my business and run the brand. So sometimes some of the techniques and some of the strategies I talk about do not necessarily work for the custom guys. That's where a lot of people jump in the comments and they ask, hey, I'm trying to get some custom work or I'm trying to find stuff for my custom business, help me out. One way that I always talk about is hitting up the moms to be. New expecting moms, first time moms, stuff like that. You can find these people on Instagram using hashtags. Just look up some of the popular hashtags and you'll find out who the expecting moms are. A lot of times they're doing gender reveals. If they're into gender reveals, then a lot of times they're into just showing their whole pregnancy journey. So thinking of cool ideas for those pregnant ladies is an easy call. On top of that, you could sell stuff not only to them, but then also to their baby. This is a good area to make some money in because there's a lot of new moms in the world. There's a lot of people having babies in the world. So that's one way of doing things. Another way is doing birthday shirts, theme shirts, stuff like that always works also, and it helps. How do you find those people? You can utilize Facebook groups. You can still use Instagram. And as of recently, you can use TikTok. I barely jumped onto TikTok. I'm like 2 weeks, 3 weeks into TikTok, and I'm seeing all the possibilities now. If you do custom work, you should be on TikTok showing people you creating custom jobs. You should be on there showing how you weed up stuff, how you're cutting stuff out, things that you're creating. Like I said, I barely jumped onto TikTok. I have a handful of videos up there. Most of these people don't even know I make YouTube videos. And the crazy part is people in the comments asking if I can make shirts for them. And I don't even promote myself of doing custom work or printing for others. I'm just showing the process, and I'm doing the same thing I do on YouTube to teach people how to do this. And there's so many people in the comments asking if I can make t-shirts for them. So if you were somebody that's running a business with your heat press and your vinyl cutter and you make t-shirts for other people, this is where you should be living. I don't know the ins and outs of TikTok. I don't know how the videos get spread around, but the reach is crazy and you don't need followers to get the reach. People just cruise the For You page and your videos just pop up. So if you run a custom business, I highly recommend you jump onto TikTok under your custom business name and start showing things that you make. There's a lot of creators already on TikTok doing this and killing it. The tie-dye shit, people dyeing socks, people making tumblers, people doing custom signage, people doing rugs and mats, people creating rugs. Possibilities endless. It's crazy. I've only been on there for 2 weeks, and like I said, I see a shitload of stuff on there. And TikTok isn't just about dancing around and showing your ass and titties and stuff like that. For the small business guys, there's people on there killing it right now. So if you're making a custom tumbler for somebody, or a Starbucks cup, or a Halloween shirt for somebody, or maybe a baby's first birthday shirt, record yourself doing it, post it on TikTok so people are aware that you make custom stuff, and it'll start driving the traffic to your website, or for people to hit you up directly, DM, email, whatever it is on how you take in business. This is a good way to get your business out there. So if you're already on TikTok, dope as hell. Keep creating, keep killing it. If you're not on TikTok, take all the content that you're putting on Instagram or any other social media site and put it onto TikTok now. Because if that's where everybody's attention's at, that's where you should be at too. I'm a little late bloomer. I came very late to the game onto TikTok because I thought it was just a bunch of dancing videos and shit like that. People lip singing to videos. I didn't know what TikTok was really about until I sat down and looked at it and said, oh shit, you know what? Let me just start putting the same content that I'm making on Instagram and YouTube and put it on TikTok and see if I can help people over there. Sure enough, it's working. What I'm also noticing is there's a lot of people that don't know I make YouTube videos teaching people how to make t-shirts from home, and they're hitting me up saying, hey, can you make me t-shirts? Hey, if I paid you, can you do this on my t-shirt? So there's a lot of business out there. All you got to do is just get yourself out there. Put your business out there. If you don't want your face on the camera, don't put your face on there. Just show your workstation. Show what you're working on. Be an easy call. Now, let's say you didn't want to do social media and none of that stuff, and you're like, man, I don't want no parts of social media. I don't know how to work it, whatever the excuse is. Let's say you want to go old school and pound the pavement. By all means, there's a lot of money to be made out there if you're doing it that way. For instance, there's a lot of people that are asking me about how to start doing stuff for schools. The way I used to get into schools was going through the PTA and going through the booster clubs first. This is the way that I used to get that work without going directly to the school. So what I would do is whenever the PTA would have a meeting, I would join those meetings, find out what fundraisers they're doing, and then pitch my services in those meetings. So let's say their fundraisers are all around baked goods and stuff like that, and they're not even talking about apparel or not even talking about anything clothing related. That's when I would pitch the idea. And when they say, well, we don't know anybody that makes shirts, we don't know anybody that does this, boom, check it out, I do shirts, and be able to sell your services that way. Another way is to go through the booster club. So that way you're not making clothing for the school, because majority of these high schools already go through a big printer who does everything for all their sports and athletic programs. So what you're doing is you're making clothing for fans in the stands. So the students, for the parents. Say they have a child out there that's wearing number 13. You can make them t-shirts that are in the school colors that say go number 13. That has nothing to do with the actual school. Maybe you could put the city name on there. That's what I was doing. So if I was doing stuff for Guardian High, I would use a forest green t-shirt with white print. It would say Gardena on it. It would say go number whatever it is. Boom. Now you could sell those shirts to the booster club. That booster club can now sell those shirts to the fans. After you build that relationship, that's when you could actually get your way into doing stuff for the high schools. But utilizing the PTA and the booster clubs in all these high schools was the easiest way for me to start making money. Outside of the high schools, this works for Little League. This works for all kind of different stuff. Pop Warner, soccer teams, all that stuff. A lot of these leagues already have somebody that prints the team gear. But if you hit up these teams individually and made stuff for the fans to wear, not just for the players to wear, that's where your money could be made. All it takes is you go out there, pitch the services. Same thing if you have one of those large format printers and you do banners. Those soccer teams and Little League teams always want those banners to put the kids' names on there, the team name. They hang it up on the fence when it's game time. Easy, easy call. Hopefully this video helped somebody out there that was looking into finding more clients, finding more business. Think outside the box. And don't be afraid to put a little bit of that work in, all right? If you got any questions, leave it in the comments. Follow me on Instagram, Big Brando TV. Look me up on TikTok if you're on there too, Big Brando. Catch you guys on the next one, man. Yeah.